Boxing fans, Miguel Maravilla here with you, bringing you a preview of this major card that's coming to LA. You have a Riyadh season making its U.S. debut as His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is coming to America to host one of the major cards in recent years, taking it back to the days of Don King pay-per-views, the Grand Slam of boxing, Revenge of the Rematches, Unfinished Business. Literally, this is one of those cards. You have 5 stacked matchups as Terence Crawford defends his undisputed title against Israel Madrimov. Then you have in the co-feature, you have Pitbull versus Rayo, Isaac Pitbull Cruz taking on Jose Rayo Valenzuela as Cruz defends his WBA super lightweight title. And then you got the heavyweights, former world champion Andy Reese taking on Geral Big Baby Miller. And in definite guaranteed slugfest, you got Tszyu taking on Virgil Ortiz. Not to mention, you got lightweights Andy Cruz and Antonio Moran squaring off. Also on the card, light heavyweights, David Morrell squares off against Kolajdzic. This goes down in the summer, outdoors at BMO Stadium. Take a look. Lightweights Andy Cruz of Cuba and Mexico's Antonio Moran square off. Moran, 36-1, 21 knockouts from Mexico City. He is coming off a 6-round knockout over Romero Duno. And he has been in the ring and the likes of Jermaine Ortiz. He's also been in with hot prospects Arnold Barboza, Devin Haney, and Jose Pedraza. Now he gets set to take on the decorated amateur lightweight Andy Cruz with a record of 3-0, 1 knockout from Cuba. He is coming off a unanimous decision over Brian Rodriguez. I'm going to go with Andy Cruz to defeat Antonio Moran. I feel, Moran does have the experience. He has been in with some prospects, but Cruz is just a different pedigree, very skilled fighter. And I see Cruz possibly taking this fight, getting some rounds, getting some work in. As he mentioned, he's fighting an experienced fighter. I think Moran takes him into deep waters, but that's when Cruz begins to separate himself, possibly winning a decision or maybe even a late stoppage. As David Morrell takes on Kolajdzic. Kolajdzic, 29-2, 21 knockouts of Serbia. He is coming off a 10th round knockout of Sullivan Barrera. He was defeated by Arthur Beterbiev in his only shot at a world title. Now he gets another shot at the title. Morrell, 10-0, 9 knockouts from Cuba. He won the vacant WBA interim world back in 2020, the super middleweight title. Now he campaigns as a light heavyweight, and he stopped Sena Agbeko in his last fight. Now he comes in to this big pay-per-view card. And I definitely like him to stop Kolajdzic. I feel he will stop him between 5 and 8 rounds. We shall see. In an anticipated slugfest, super welterweight Tszyu and Virgil Ortiz square off. Ortiz, 21-0, 21 knockouts from Grand Prairie, Texas. He began the year with a first-round knockout of Frederick Lawson. And he is coming off another first-round knockout of Tomas Delorme. For Tszyu, former world champion from Australia, 24-1, 17 knockouts. He recently dropped a split decision to relinquish the title. in a bloodbath, a very thrilling fight against Sebastian Fundora. And now the showdown awaits with Virgil Ortiz in what will be a guaranteed slugfest. For sure, you got to bet the knockout. I just don't see this going 12 rounds. And if it does go 12 rounds, there's a lot of money in that for sure. But in this fight, you have Tszyu that's gone the distance, that has the experience. We have yet to see Virgil go the distance. That could possibly be a factor here, but you never know. Virgil does have that knockout punch. This fight is a toss-up. It's a very tough one to pick. One thing is for sure, the winners here will be the fans, will be everyone observing this fight, everyone watching will be the winner. But I think I'm gonna go with Virgil Ortiz on this one. But one thing's for sure, it will be a slugfest. Former world champion Andy Reese takes on Geral Big Baby Miller. Miller, 26-1-1, 22 knockouts from Brooklyn, New York. He was stopped by Daniel Dubois in the 10th in his last fight as he looks for redemption. For Reese, the former heavyweight champion, 35-2, 22 knockouts. He was last in the ring nearly 2 years ago. He won a unanimous decision over Luis King Kong Ortiz as he scored knockdowns en route to the decision win. Reese and Miller finally meet. It was destined, I guess. Miller was supposed to fight Joshua, and then Reese steps in to pretty much impact the rest of his career. But hey, we're here now, and I just feel that in this fight, Reese is just going to attack the body, and I feel that's going to make the difference in wearing down Miller. I feel he's going to gas out as he showed in his last fight. He was just worn down. And in this fight, I feel Reese just goes heavy bag on Miller and possibly puts him away again with a late stoppage, as you saw the boys stop Miller. But it will be an entertaining fight, that is for sure. The co-feature, Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Jose Rayo Valenzuela. For Rayo Valenzuela, with a record of 13-2, 9 knockouts, out of Seattle by way of Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. His 2 defeats. His first was knockout. He was knocked out by Edwin de los Santos in a wild fight as they exchange knockdowns. His second defeat, a controversial one, a unanimous decision at the hands of Chris Colbert. However, he avenged that defeat to Colbert with a devastating knockout of Colbert in the last fight. For Pitbull Cruz, 26-2, 1 draw, 18 knockouts. The WBA super lightweight champion. He is coming off an 8th round knockout over Rolando Rolly Romero to win the WBA super lightweight title. Now he gets set to make the first defense of his title. A very good matchup style-wise. You got Pitbull that just mauls, comes at you. Rayo himself could punch. Rayo himself has a lot of boxing skill. We've seen Rayo stop before. We've seen Rayo knock out fighters. Like I said, the style in this fight, it just goes perfect. This is another anticipated brawl. This is a 50-50 matchup. I really like Rayo's chances in this matchup. However, Pitbull is a dog. Yes, Pitbull Cruz. Obviously, a Pitbull is a dog. But Cruz, like I said, he just mauls you. And I feel in this fight, I think Cruz's energy level makes the difference. His conditioning is going to play the factor here. I think He's going to basically keep coming at Rayo. That's what's going to overwhelm him. But again, Rayo could punch, and Cruz just better be cautious as he attacks. But I like Cruz in this one. Anything could happen, though. Trust me. In the main event, Crawford versus Madrimov. Madrimov with a 10-0 record, 1 draw, 7 knockouts from Uzbekistan. He's fought solid opposition in 10 fights. His only blemish, the draw versus Michael Sorrell due to a cut on Sorrell. He stopped him in the previous fight. And last year, he won a unanimous decision over Rafael Igbagwe. And he is coming off a 5th round TKO over Magomed Kurbanov in Riyadh. Crawford, 40-0, 31 knockouts. The champ is coming off a 9th round TKO over Errol Spence in a total domination of Spence, dropping him in the 2nd and 7th round in round to the stoppage win, claiming the undisputed crowns and the top 147-pound welterweight in the world. There's no doubt Crawford will make a successful defense of his title against Madrimov. Madrimov, a skilled fighter, but yet lacks the experience, lacks the big fight experience. Crawford will be comfortable in there. I believe it will be his first major fight in Los Angeles on a major card. So it's all Crawford. We're talking about levels here. And I see Crawford scoring a stoppage in this fight.